What's good?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. It's hot as usual.
It is very hot.
And my dumbass decided to wear a jumper. I thought I was going to be cool with a little jumper today, but stupid decision. Stupid decision.
The weather be changing like that out of the blue, though.
The weather's been good, though. Are we finally getting into spring, summer?
It might be. It might be time.
Are you ready for spring, summer?
You know what? I am, you know.
Right, you said that.
Yeah, confident. Yes. Yeah, yes, I am. You know what? Yeah.
Okay, go you, brother.
I don't know why.
I was about to say, what makes you ready?
I don't know.
What makes you ready?
I don't know, to be fair, but I just feel it's like, you know, you just feel like, you know what? Yeah, man. Summer can go on still.
Yeah, what does that even mean? Are you ready for like events?
Anything,
Are you ready for
everything.
The sunshine?
Everything.
Are you?
I'm here for it. This summer, I'm here for it. Everything. Yo, Syxx, what you doing? I don't know. What you doing? All right, let's roll. Like, literally. Like that. Yeah.
All right, say nothing, man.
Hey.
I don't think I'm ready yet.
Hold on, what are you not ready for?
I don't know the same thing that you're ready for.
It's like
that's what I'm not ready for.
So
I'm like, hold on, wait.
What would require you? What boxes need to be ticked for you to actually be like, okay, I'm ready?
I don't even know. I just think I need a few more days. I need a few more days.
Of doing what?
Of just getting ready.
This is like a vicious cycle.
Going around.
It is like I'm ready.
But I don't know, man. People, you know what I mean, man. You already know. You already know. You know what I mean. People know when they know. Because I'm not talking about like summer body ready or.
Yeah. No, it's the mentality. Summer's the mentality, bro.
Yeah. See it there. So why you did know?
Yeah, that's Why
did you say that?
I assumed.
You know.
Well, that's how I'm ready. That's how I'm ready.
Anyway, people, you already know what time it is. Watch It or Not
TV.
And I go by the name of Zoosh, a.k.a. Guyver. And I'm joined here today with man like...
Yo, I go by the name of Syxx, a.k.a. the Golden Child. The Golden Lord. I'm going to be the Golden Lord today. The Golden Child.
The Golden Lord.
Yeah, I'm going to get promoted from Child to Lord. If you know both films, shout out to you. But yeah.
Ain't it the Golden Laws?
Lords. Yeah, but, you know, I'm only one guy.
All right, fair enough.
I'm saying, so
I'll let you pull that one off.
I can run.
People, you already know this is the best TV and movie review show. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, press the notification bell, all of that good stuff. Shout out man like Media by Lab Behind the Lenses.
He's on a wheel and come again, the brethren.
If you can't tell already, man like Daniel X Nero, he's on holiday.
I'm not
even gonna lie. I know he took annual leave. And you know what? He said this like a couple weeks ago. He said he was like just gonna book a random holiday.
Yeah,
and he did. And so he's gone. And the funny thing is, when he told me about it, it's like he told me like I took that for gospel or like someone like I put that in my calendar. You know, like he literally told me like a week ago. Oh yeah, don't forget, man's Audi next week. Yeah. And I'm like, where you going? And he's like, remember when I was on the podcast and I said that? And I was like, bruh, don't nobody be paying attention to you like that, bro. Like, don't nobody be paying attention to you like that.
No, shout out to my man. Those like,
yeah, man, live your life, man.
Sometimes just go on holiday. Don't think too much about it.
I'm still not there yet with it.
I need to be there.
Yeah. I knew you weren't there.
I need to be there, bro.
Nah, it's true.
I need to book a holiday and do something. Just get away from the norm. See, that's why you're not ready for summer, bro. It's that mentality, man.
Yeah. I need to get in this because I feel like I'm still working on a few things. Like I'm keeping my head down, trying to sort out a few things. So once I get all of that out the way, then I'm good. I'm good.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. I respect that.
Yeah. So how you been anyway? Otherwise,
you know what? I've been all right still. Well gone, Pete. You know, ain't even seen me for a minute. You know,
it's been a minute since you've been on.
It's been a minute.
When was the last time you was on?
I don't even know. I think it might have been the Killing Sally thing.
Oh yes, I remember that. That was when we did The Crown.
The Crown and Killing
Sally. Yeah.
Speaking of The Crown, I know the answer to this, but I just want to.
Well, you know what? Because by the time they see this, it would have been all done and dusted. To be fair.
All right, but like, are you celebrating?
Am I involved with
the coronation?
Look, I just appreciate bank holidays. Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
But have you got like a King Charles T-shirt?
No, I don't. I don't.
King Charles.
No. I might put a flag out the window.
A flag?
Yeah, might put a flag out the window.
I'm gonna have a Jamaican flag.
No.
You're not repping for King Charles, no.
No.
The king, first king will probably.
Bro, I haven't heard nothing about the king other than the coronation. Like, you don't hear nothing about this guy. Like, he don't exist. And I keep saying, it's bad to say, but once a certain generation dies off, that whole monarchy is a wrap. It's done and dusted.
I'm not gonna lie though, yeah. Especially like when we was reviewing The Crown, I'm still kind of feeling like, yo, is this your king, dog? It's like man was moving kind of, I don't know, a bit real unkingish.
No,
don't get me wrong. I know Charles ain't a thug, but
it's definitely their king. It's definitely the king. I just know that ain't gonna mean nothing after a while.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Anyway, forget about him. Let's get into some news or not. Yeah. Let's just kickstart this. Something I've been wanting to talk about for a minute. I don't think it would have dropped by the time this comes out. I just showed you a little bit of the trailer.
Oh yeah,
Freaknik.
Yeah.
Now, if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you can YouTube it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you can do these days. Man,
you couldn't do that when the original Freaknik stuff was going on.
And madness, because technically that's what the fair of this documentary is about. So basically, Freaknik is a festival that used to happen in Atlanta back in the day.
Yeah.
Shout out Uncle Luke and them man there.
Pop that pussy, baby. Let me see you do brown. I wanna. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know, you know. Basically, he used to do this festival early. He was early with it, with the festivals. And apparently,
wild.
I mean, you speak as if you went.
I will speak as if I wish I went. Bro.
No, you know what? Like, I feel like if you know about Uncle Luke, you've kind of heard about this. Like, obviously, we must have been super young. I don't even know when this first started. In fact, I don't even think we was alive when it first started. I think it was like super like 70s, early 80s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it started super early. But anyway.
It's been going on for a couple decades.
Yeah. So basically, it is what it says on the tin. Freaknik. It was a freak nut. Well, I don't even think it was. It was just like a festival or a place where everyone just kind of gathered, and it was just music playing.
Yeah.
People acting up, acting wild. Basically like a weekender. Let's not pretend, because that was one of the reasons why I brought it up. So one of the fears of this is obviously this was time ago when people was young doing their thing. I think there's even a young Kanye in the video. Yeah. There's a young Kanye in the video still. But obviously those people have now aged. Yeah. So the big fear about this documentary coming out now is who's gonna be on the video and what they're gonna be doing. So there's been videos of like couple ladies just saying, "Yo, look out, y'all! It might."
I'm coming.
Look out!
I'm coming. These times now,
yo, it's like, look out, y'all! They might have got us. You hear me? They might. You know when you bring everyone down, they might have got us.
I'm telling you,
they might have got us.
You know when it was just them behind the tent.
No,
but I'm telling you, there was some probably some high caliber people today that were doing some nastiness.
Like, especially when cameras weren't really cameraing.
Yeah.
Like this was like you might have. Stuff. Yeah, you needed like a camcorder.
Yeah,
surely.
Yeah,
like it wasn't as easy as whipping out a phone. But I say that to say this: we ain't foreign to a weekender. We ain't foreign to a good time. I'm not saying we've done anything like Freaknik.
Wouldn't say that at all.
But we've got lit and turn up.
Yeah.
Are you scared of there ever being any sort of footage, documentary? Pictures,
bro, I swear down,
or anything of that nature coming out about you?
I'm so worried about how I answer this, because there could be someone watching this like, oh yeah, I was waiting.
I mean,
all right,
be the true you. Just say they were doing, I don't know, Napa 09 documentary. Woo,
brother.
You hear me?
That can't run. That can't run. In fact, you know what? I'll go as far as to say, a part of me just would never want to be famous just based on stuff like that, bro. Because people are wicked and bad and terrible, you know. They don't want to show nothing now. As soon as I might be worth a couple of pounds, bro.
But that's how it works.
Boom, files from way back when. It's like, why do you still have that, you dickhead? What, you're just holding this in your phone, yeah?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's like people that buy certain websites of like people that are up and coming, hoping that they blow. And then when they blow, this is how much I want for it. Yeah. Booyah. You hear me? Buying the domain from me.
Horrible human being.
It's a hustle. Don't knock the hustle.
Oh, what?
Don't knock the hustle.
What, a snitcher cam?
I mean, but you know what's mad though? Because we're in a time where that's happening. Like, you can just whip out your camera phone.
I tell you what, I will tell you. I will say one thing though. Like, speaking of phones,
put that mic close to you.
So speaking of phones and like, you know, footage from back in the day and how things like that could come up. I'll tell you some real madness now, yeah. Like, I told you that I found my old phone because I'm taking it to work and stuff like that, right? So this is like, what, 2014 to 2016 type phone?
Prime time, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying the dates. That's all I'm saying. I'm just letting you know the years.
My bad. No prime time. No prime time.
You know the years. But there was some footage from one of the bus parties that we done. Yeah, and one person, and it's not one that we actually know. It's just someone that attended the bus party. Yeah. Like, and these days, I'll be real. Like, I was really horrible for filming people slipping.
Oh, so you was one of them snitcher cams?
Yeah, I was.
Still got the footage, and I bet if that person blows somehow.
No, I deleted it. But this person was caught slipping.
Now
I'm not gonna go.
I mean, only if
I just don't want to.
It's only me, you, media by lab.
The millions on YouTube. But this person was so waved. It was one of the times that we took a stop and we had to get off the bus. And I was watching myself I was watching the video back, and it was me, like, first person view, talking to the camera. And I'm like, yo, where is he gone? Where is he gone? We need to find him. This is real bad mind of me, by the way. I would never do this again now. And if I could go back and talk to myself, be like, yo, that ain't cool. But this guy...
Not stop yourself, though. Just say...
No, just be like, yo, don't do it. Like, but this guy was taking a shit on the street, man. He was taking a shit on the street.
Why do I remember that?
Because it happened. That's why you remember it. And the worst thing is, I proper zoomed all up in his face after. Like, he was just there. He was monged. Man was just monged. I was like, yo, he took...
The bus party was violent.
Bro.
It was violent. It was hectic. It was mad. It was wild.
That was the busnik. That come like the busnik.
It really was the busnik. That's what I'm saying. So imagine someone was slightly filming and put together a documentary of the busnik.
Oh man,
yo, that would be a madness.
Yeah, it was wild.
Some wild times.
Yeah, don't do that to people though, man. Like, let people live, man. Delete footage.
I'm looking forward to seeing it though.
Yeah.
Like, because you know it's going to be wild.
Yeah.
Uncle Luke, what? Two live crew. You know it's gonna be complete madness. Yeah. You're probably did you click on what I sent you the other day? Well, I sent the group. And I said, right, I bet no one clicked on it. Still nobody clicked on it. And the fact that you're reacting like this lets me know. That's what I'm saying.
I've been busy,
man,
bro.
In WhatsApp groups are
I've been busy, man. Don't do me that Zoosh.
Nah, man.
I've been busy, man.
Nah, that's something man need to talk about, you know. Man, them in WhatsApp groups. Real ignorant sometimes, you know. Man will fully ignore you, like, blatantly, and then send their message. Like, send what they want to talk about. Some real bullshit. You know what, furthermore, that's my first segment. Tell them why you mad segment. Oh, man. Because I got a few of them today. Still. But... that's my first one. My first tell them why you're mad segment is, man, them really be ignorant in WhatsApp groups. Man, straight ignoring, man.
No, I'm usually good. I'm usually pretty good.
Nah, you haven't been for the last few days. Like,
I literally said
I gave it a day or two, and then I said, right, I bet no one's clicked on this. And still a blank.
I'll be honest with you, I ain't even see you type, I bet no one's clicked on this. I ain't even seen that. I'm not gonna lie. Recently, I've been real rubbish on my phone. I've been studying. I've been doing
no one cares about your real life, man. Yeah. What if I was in danger?
With a phone?
No, I couldn't.
So what?
I couldn't. I'm trapped somewhere. It's like quiet place and shit.
You would have sent a message on the thing?
No sound. What's going on here? You hear me?
First of all, I'm gonna have to talk about how responsible you are getting in trouble like that at this grown age. That's what I'm saying. You're too grown to be kidnapped, Zoosh.
No, I'm actually not, man. I'm not. Not from the film we're reviewing today. Like, I'm not.
Okay,
it can happen. It can happen.
Fair enough.
It can happen.
Fair enough. It could. I'll give you that.
But anyway, yeah, because that was something that was happening in Houston, like a party. I forgot what it was called. Begins with an M. But basically, there's a party that happens in Houston, like a festival or whatever now. And literally, there's footage of people getting sucked off, eating Nash, just wild. And I'm like, this ain't the 80s. Like, there's camera phones everywhere. So you're getting angles, close up, far,
was this Houston
third
thing?
view. This was like the other day. That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying, man? Don't want to engage.
Oh, that's what you put in the group?
Yeah.
Yo, media. Press pause. Let me look at this thing.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
No, joking.
It's like I was sending man that, but
that's raw.
And that's what I'm saying. It's wild, bro.
No, but how you do that in this day and age?
This is what I'm trying to say. Like, the Freaknik doc might get a slide by because it was in a day where you're not really conscious of the cameras and that.
Yeah.
But nowadays...
No, of course. Like, back in, like...
But I say that to say... man still kind of could get caught slipping. Come on.
Oh no.
Yeah,
bro,
and you've been places and been slipping and known there's camera phones about.
Yeah, bro. It's like, man.
Me too. Not just you.
When you walk that
we can walk under the bus.
It's
We
a
can
dangerous
walk under the
game.
bus together.
It's a dangerous game.
It is a dangerous game.
Doing that tightrope. That's why I don't even drink like that no more. not for many years.
It's dangerous. Speaking of a dangerous game, I've been talking about this series, Dave, for a hot minute. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's
Dave.
funny. It stars Lil Dicky. Kevin Hart is one of the producers. Like, it's good TV. Anyway, new season just come out.
Okay.
I think it's episode 2 or 3. There's a scene where, because he's on tour at the moment, so there's a scene where he's sleeping with one of the groupies, having sex. Why did I say sleeping? That just sounded so PG. Yeah. He's fucking one of his groupies. He's having sex with one of the groupies, and he finishes, gets up, and he can't find the condom. The condom gets lost.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, he messed up. He messed up.
I wanted to speak about that experience, and have you ever gone through that? Because I have. And
what, not finding the dom after?
Yeah. Like the dom.
So the dom stayed on, but then you took it off when you finished.
No, I didn't take it. Whoa, see how
I'm
asking
the scenario.
Nowhere in that story did I say
scenario.
I took it off.
So how you lose it? How's it come off?
It got lost. I don't know.
In the pum pum.
Bro, to this day now, bro, I don't know where it is, bro.
She knows. That
condom could be in high school now for all I know.
Oh, mad.
Nah, I'm joking. But I'm just saying, like, it's happened. Like, has that ever happened?
No, but I'll tell you one thing, though, like, how paranoid I am with certain gal, yeah. It's like, I would have to dispose of the dom. Like, I wouldn't even, like, obviously, at the time when I was doing whatever, it's like, I wouldn't even leave it in their bin. Like, I would have to take it out the house. I would have to know where that thing is. Oh, you was
one of them guys.
Oh, yeah. I've heard too many.
You ain't no celebrity, bro.
Brother, listen. My swimmers be on point, you know.
Yeah, but they don't know that. They don't care.
No, bro, I've heard stories, man. And
what, of like the average dude, though?
Yeah, like, man, them.
Yeah, I guess
like, man, them, bro. Some gal on tap, you know.
Yeah, proper taps.
Man, tap, bro. I mean, like, going to the bin afterwards, looking at rare. Seeing,
I thought once it hits the air though, it was.
I don't know. This ain't the Walking Dead. Ain't no airborne virus. I don't know what happens after that.
I did think that. I thought like once like hits the air and that it's useless.
Oh, for real?
I think so. I don't know.
That's not good odds, man. I'm not using that data. I'm not banking on that data.
It sounds right? It sounds like science.
No, it sounds like what you tell yourself to make yourself feel better when you messed up. That's what it sounds like.
Nah, man.
It hit the air, man. She can't get breathing.
Nah, that sounds like science, man. All right, moving on with some news or not. I think by the time everyone sees this, there would be some more news out about it. But I just showed you a video of man like Lil Meech.
Yeah.
Lil Meech.
Yeah.
Big Meech's son. If you watch BMF, you know exactly who I'm talking about. So, obviously, by the time you've seen this, you would have seen the sex tape. There's a sex tape with him and Selena Powell. Now, Selena Powell is... I don't even know too much about her, but I just know she's like I think she's an influencer or some Insta chick.
Are they still called thoughts?
Yeah. I think Academics used to hit. Okay, I think Academics kind of made her a name or whatever not. I know she used to do some stuff with Adam 22 on No Jumper. Basically, she just put out... It's funny because she put out a video of her giving him head and fucking him in a public toilet or giving him head in a public toilet or some shit. Literally a day or two after, him and Summer Walker kind of announced that they're a thing. Yeah.
Hey, he's dumb, you know. No, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Well, that's what I want to ask. I mean, is he dumb in terms of... Well, he is dumb for fucking with that chick.
But then again, you don't know when it was filmed.
But that's what I was going to say.
You don't know when it was filmed.
You don't know when it was kind of... That could have been a little while ago.
It could
have been a little while ago.
iPhone.
But apparently this chick is a bit of a dickhead.
Well...
Like, she's a white thing and she uses nigger and them thing there. So, yeah, I don't think she's
she's white?
I think so.
She ain't look white. I thought she was mixed race. Well, I mean, light skin or something.
She's not mixed. She's not mixed. She's definitely not mixed.
I can say nigga. Look at my complexion.
She don't look mixed. But I feel like that goes hand in hand in what you were just saying of like when it's your time to shine, boy, people will
bro.
Put up your whole shit.
Bro, that's wild. But like, as I said, man, people are bad, man, bro. It's like, why now? Why now? What about timing? It's like, what are you trying to capitalize on me for? I'm just getting a little blowy. Like, ease me up. Let me nut in peace.
So someone be pissed.
No, because she don't know when it was filmed.
Fair.
I mean, don't come to me with that noise. This could have happened time ago before. Well, just because we just announced that we're together now. I mean, understand that I've just announced to the world that we're together. How about that for commitment?
She could be pissed because of who it was with.
Why? It was before you.
Yeah, but who it was with still, like, we're just standards.
Yeah, my dick suck. How much standards do I need? And she's allowed me to film it.
Some would say you need some kind of standards. Don't just let anyone suck your dick, Syxx.
What?
I just
niggas are whining. Niggas are whining.
I'm just saying that's what some would say.
Like, so hold on. So
I've had some talks on this podcast where people's like, "Yo, respect yourself.
No,
I'm not saying
I'm not saying not just any little butters crutters thing like flipping to do whatever because you know you don't want to be around that facility with someone below your standard like that. But are you talking about like looks wise or are you talking about who she is wise?
Who? Possibly both. I don't know what Summer's thinking. I'm saying, does she have ground to stand on? I mean, definitely, probably who she is wise. I mean, she's out here on OnlyFans.
By a hoe. It's like, okay, she's a hoe. She sucked my dick. What do you want?
No, I hear that.
What do you want me to do?
I hear that. Like, I'm just saying, sometimes don't let anyone just.
He did it.
Shit like that can happen though. That's why. You hear me? Because shit like that.
But my question is, for one, like, whose phone was it filmed on, and then who? All right, if it was filmed on her phone, let's just what's her name again?
Selena Powell. Okay.
Yeah, Selena, whatever. It's like if it was filmed on her phone, then clearly she leaked it. I don't think he would have, like.
No, she definitely leaked it.
Oh, definitely her.
That's what I'm saying. She leaked it.
That's
like
a bit.
2 days or something like after.
Oh, she actually did.
Yeah. She put it up on Twitter or something.
Yeah, no, no ratings for that.
But that's what I'm saying. Be careful with who you let.
Yeah, but it's like lesson learned. But don't be pissed with me. But be pissed with her. That's really? My thing. Yeah, it's like she's the one that leaked it. It's like, oh, what, you lot are together? You lot are happy?
You must get cussed out. That can't be your defense.
What? But what? Like because I did a thing with a hoe, and then she decides to just be on some mad thing and flipping share it with the world.
It's a bit like when I'm sure do you ever? Let me choose my words carefully. All right. No.
Okay, first of all, let's start with have I ever? No.
Would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, would
okay.
safer, no? Yeah, would
cool,
safer.
Cool.
Would you ever judge a girl by the people she's been with?
Oh, yeah, 100%. All right, fair. All right, cool.
Come on.
All right, fair enough.
Fair
enough. Let me not be too much of a hypocrite. So, right, cool.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. All right, last with news or not is the writer's strike. There's a writer's strike going on now. Well, I think it's about to happen. I'm sure by the time this comes out, it might have been happening. So basically, a whole bunch of writers, the whole union, whatever that is in Hollywood, I forgot the name, they're going to be going on strike, which means, yes, you guessed it, all your favorite shows, films. I didn't even realize it affected things like talk shows and stuff like that. Like Jimmy Fallon and all that, like all the writers that write for these things.
What are they striking for? They're not rich?
No. In their defense, I kind of get, some of the bits I've heard about it, I kind of get it and kind of predicted this kind of would happen because I spoke about it a little bit in terms of limited series. So I think it has a lot to do with streaming platforms and how royalties work back from streaming.
Okay.
So before, obviously, when you was writing films and you were writing TV shows, they were coming out on TV. So it was a different sort of licensing, a different sort of royalty check. I think now when it's on streaming platforms, it's different. It's almost like the same argument, I'm assuming, that musicians and artists have with how much is a stream really worth, like how much am I getting back from that stream. So I believe that's a part to play with it. Yeah. And that's why I said a few episodes ago, in terms of there being so much limited series, like because no one really wants to commit to 5-6 seasons and the check's not checking or like depending on the deal that you've got or the license, you might just say, cool, I might can just do 1 season, but the way the license work, I'm not going to do this. And also AI.
Yeah, what's that?
Chat GPT.
Yep.
Things of that nature. With the way that's going, I mean, I think they did this the other day with, what was it? I can't remember. They did this with a TV show literally a couple days ago where they I think it was The Office or something like that. They basically they got it to write an episode of what it would be. Yeah.
So AI is a mad thing, bro.
Yeah, it's
like I
crazy.
was on like, not show too much of the behind the scenes, but I was on a course earlier today, and the dude was like, yeah, so I got ChatGPT, whatever it's called, the alphabet, whatever, to flipping.
It's only 3 letters.
Yeah, whatever those 3 letters are.
I mean,
GBT.
You must have a horrible time with the other letters.
I don't say that. but yeah, like the course was written from that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
bro.
Bro, be putting people out of work.
It's a madness. It's like I gotta do like a new tenancy agreement, and well, no, I'm cancelling something that I purchased, so I gotta do like a termination report or something, and that's costing like $350, $400, and the way like that can just be done on Chat GPT, but it's the only reason why I don't want to use those things yet is when something's a bit too official and man's dealing with something that's important sort of thing. I'm okay with doing 1 or 2 things, or even if you know about a contract, you still kind of have to know certain terminologies, because I might write that out and miss a certain line or tick the wrong box, and then it's a myth. But I'm saying in a few years, or not even a few years, the way things are going, in a few months, by next year, things like that are going to start becoming obsolete. Yeah. And I think that's where things are going to start getting scary. I think that's why this has provoked another writer strike. I mean, the last one was in 2007, I believe. And that was when, remember Heroes, Lost, all of those were big. And that's why they kind of took a decline. Because I remember around that time when it was happening. And yeah, they took a decline. It fell bad. Writers weren't involved. I even heard a story that it affected one of the films that Daniel Craig was doing with James Bond. And he even said that there was a time when he had to get involved with some of the writing just to continue with production and continue with the filmmaking. So it could be peak times, man.
It could be bro, everything's going into peak times, bro.
I know.
Everything's going into peak
times. I know. I was thinking, though, is it going to be good in terms it will slow down a little bit in terms of how much content is coming out? Because right now, there is a whole heap of content out right now. Like a crazy amount of content. And I was just thinking it the other day. I was like, yo, it's almost too much. Yeah. It's almost too much.
Yeah. It's like that whole consumer demand thing.
Yeah.
Quantity over quality.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, I wonder if this will help just kind of slow things down, make things a bit more.
Yeah, but then like a lot of the time they'll just try and like just to keep the things rolling, get other people to do it.
And that's where things flop.
That's where things flop. Game of Thrones season, like last season, things like that happening.
That's where things flop, man. It's gonna get frustrating. But we shall see. We shall see. That's enough with news or not. Quickly, let's pay some bills. Okay, so today's sponsor. What episode is this? This is episode 102.
Oh, I thought it was 103. Oh, yeah, maybe it was
No, it's 103. 103. You're right.
See,
you're right.
Watching the show, dog.
Episode 103 is sponsored by none other but F28 Drinks. Hey. The premium rum drink. Rum has never tasted this good.
It hasn't,
yeah? So make sure you get your bottle at f28drinks.com. That's f28drinks.com. You can shop for 2 of your best flavors on the site. That is Blanco, or you've got, what's the other one? You got salted caramel, which is this is my favorite at the moment.
It is my favorite.
This is my favorite.
That was going off at the move.
We say this every time, man. This was the creeper, man. This was the creeper. But this one lets you know what you're drinking.
Yeah.
Lets you know.
You're drinking that. Skiing.
Yeah.
All right, so you get to play.
You know. So whatever mood you're feeling in, people, make sure you jump on f28drinks.com and grab your bottle. It's summer season, means it's picnic season, means it's drink up season, means grab your bottle and don't come empty-handed. Don't be one of them people there that they show up to people's house all empty-handed, yeah? That's just dead out. Ugh. Also,
Yo.
today's show is sponsored by none other than Every Session Counts.
Hey.
Yes, people. If you're looking for some one-to-one personal training or some online coaching, make sure you holler at Every Session Counts. I was thinking, there's probably a lot of people like myself that's been sitting at home watching TV over the winter, watching a lot of TV shows, feeling a bit couch potato-ish. Yeah? So if you're feeling that way, this is what you need to do. You need to jump on Instagram and holler at who, Syxx?
Every Session Counts, or ESC Intensity. Go down on Instagram.
Yeah.
We'll help you out. Don't worry about that.
And get your one-to-one personal training and online coaching.
Yes, sir.
All right. Shall we get into
the review? Let's do it.
Yeah?
Let's do it. Because I do want to know what you thought about this.
I want to know what you thought about this. Yo, it is always so hot in this motherfucker.
That's what I'm about to say, bro. You crying or is that
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, nah, we can't do it.
Sacrifices must be made for the greater good.
Yeah, sacrifices must be made. We're here. We got the image up. We can get that. Yeah, so while we're waiting, I sent you 3 films. Yeah. I said
you did.
I said I'm not gonna say what they are because we might review one another time. But I said choose one, and you chose this.
I did.
Do you know why you chose this?
I did. I do know why I chose it because I was actually planning to watch it.
Oh, is it?
I saw the trailer, a while back actually, and I thought, you know what? I want to give this a go. I was actually supposed to originally watch it with my sister, but then obviously we had the conversation about Taria, so I was like, okay, I gotta watch it now. Can't wait for it. So yeah, that's why I chose it. Still, I was planning to watch this.
Did you hear anything about it?
No.
Is it that you just saw the trailer that you wanted to watch?
Just saw the trailer on Amazon.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say too much about it just yet, but I thought, yeah, you know what? Let me give this a try. See what it's saying.
Okay, that's interesting. Have you seen a Nollywood film before?
No.
This was your first Nollywood film.
This is my intro.
Okay, interesting.
No, I've seen
you've seen clips and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen what the kind of premise is and like the I guess the genre style of Nollywood movies, but I've never actually sat down properly and watched one like I've watched this.
All right, so that's interesting. First of all, I didn't expect you to have seen a Nollywood film, not being ignorant. I'm going to be honest. Okay. I'm going to be honest because I feel like myself, you've seen clips and little trailers that I've seen, and they've not been impressive. I myself, we've reviewed a Nollywood film before.
Okay.
Can't remember what it's called. Akira or...
Did you give it a watch it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you. All right, so people, first of all, we're going to be reviewing Gangs of Lagos. This one's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. I came into this with prejudgments.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rude.
I'm going to keep it honest because this is the realest movie and TV review show in the world. Yeah, I came in with prejudgments. I've seen a Nollywood film before. I've seen a few. I've seen about 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Nollywood at all. In fact, I'm gonna keep it raw and rugged. I hate Nollywood films.
Have you ever seen from maybe not actually watched it, but actually seen it like pop up like a Nollywood movie on like Amazon Prime or like Netflix or anything like that?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I haven't.
Yeah,
and that was one of the reasons why I was originally wanting to watch it and support. So I was like, okay, it's on Amazon Prime. I've never really seen no adverts for that. Maybe.
No, the one that we reviewed was on Netflix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, I'm not a big fan of Nollywood. I'm not even being bad man. I felt like I had seen enough to be like, yeah, this isn't good. The production's always poor. Like the acting's just always like, what are we doing here? Yeah. Again, the production's always poor. The production is really always poor. Like it is pretty much like a bag of doo-doo.
Yeah.
I have only ever seen rubbish representations of Nollywood. Like,
No,
but I used to feel the same about Bollywood
Yeah.
and Tollywood. So, you know,
And then
obviously
RRR
doing what we
came
do.
and then-
Yeah, so doing what we do, I still give things a go. So when I sent you this, I still hadn't seen the trailer, actually.
Okay.
Up to now, I still haven't seen the trailer.
Okay.
I just saw the cover. I had heard about it. Not anything in particular. I just heard,
There's a movie called...
Gangs of Lagos. I knew it was a Nollywood film, but I thought, you know what? Like I said, we're here to do a job, so let me do my job. So I sent that to you, not thinking that you would pick that.
Okay.
You get me? I thought you was going to pick another Amazon film, but cool, you didn't. So you picked this, which was very interesting. Yeah? All right. So the thing with this is we want to start doing these reviews a bit more smarter, cleaner, and less spoilerish. Yeah? So we're going to try and get through this without spoiling too much. Yeah? First of all, we're going to get with the synopsis, because you already know that's what we do on the Get Down, Come on, man, as you're the guest.
Oh, there's gonna be no cool way of doing this, bro. I'm just gonna sound so offensive. Don't do
No,
me like that.
because
Okay.
we just pick at random now, or things that people have sent in. So I want you to read this like an AI robot.
How does an AI robot sound?
I don't know
What,
how
like
you think
Siri?
it would sound.
Okay.
Yeah, read it like
Okay.
your Siri.
Hold on, I ain't even wearing my glasses like that, dog. All right. A group of friends who each have to navigate to their own destiny, growing up on the bustling streets and neighborhood of, okay, I can't even pronounce that, of Lagos. Let's just say Lagos.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't-
I'll let that slide.
you can pronounce that? Because I got... exactly. All right, so-
Isale Eko,
No, they ain't
if
how-
I remember.
they ain't how they
No,
say it in
I'm
the
trying to.
film.
It
They ain't how
is.
they say it in the film.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember how they say it in the
Okay.
film. And you know what? Big disclaimer, yeah? Man is going to get pure pronunciations wrong.
Well, names.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, like,
I don't even remember the names.
I am apologizing from early. Like, if you thought things were bad before, this is gonna be kind of bad. Like, that's something. Like, I realize as we do reviews, man really has to get a little bit better at.
Oh yeah,
and that's pronouncing people's
even
names. I
pronounce
know that's pronouncing people's names properly.
but that's how I have to give him a little bit of a blind because man ain't pronounce right.
Allow me. All right, yeah, let's get into this because I do want to know what you thought about this. Quickly, look, I want to talk about the writers and the producers, but I don't want to butcher no one's name. All right, so the director is Jade Salohe. Don't even want to pronounce the second name. Also, Baloharu. Yo, man, you know what, yeah?
If you was my English teacher back in there, I think you're racist. I
Yeah,
swear down.
because-
I swear down.
You know what, yeah? It's moments like this, and when we're doing like Korean films and like the Tollywood films, you
find out how
realize
racist
man's
you
a
really
really English boy. You know, I can't even get, you know, when you have to do like a certain cadence.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I can't even get the cadence right. Yo, it's humiliating sometimes, but you know what? We move, yeah? All right.
Open your mind, man.
All right,
Broaden
so
your horizons.
interestingly, today I saw a review and I saw an interview with the writer who is K.I. Jaji. No, I'm just gonna stop here.
Well,
'cause-
I thought you resorted to
yeah.
trying to spell it.
I'm gonna stop here, and I apologize. I'm gonna do better. I promise you. I'm gonna do better.
Let me see the word that the name that you're trying to pronounce.
Here.
Yeah, no, like what Zeus said. Yeah, it's like the writer. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I saw an interview of him today, which was interesting because I didn't plan on seeing that. It was literally because I only
popped
watched the
up.
film yesterday,
Yeah.
and so seeing that interview kind of did add a bit more context to the film.
Okay.
All right, quickly. Essentially, what is this film about?
Life in the ghetto in Nigeria.
Yeah, gangs,
Right.
Politics.
Rise to power.
big politics.
Very big politics.
Yeah. From what little I know and what little research I have done, politics plays a big part in Lagos. So this film it's about, I want to say I wanted to say Three Kids, but it's literally essentially about a kid that grows up in a city called Isale Eko. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And basically, it's basically how he's grown up in this town in Lagos and what he becomes a part of, what he experiences, and how it ends, basically, in a nutshell. Yo, it is hot in this bitch. Yeah. Oh, who told me to wear all black and a sweater as if I ain't been here before?
That's wild.
You hear me? So yeah, let's get into it. Can we talk about the actors? Yeah?
Yeah. But you know, before you say that, now keep in mind I've never actually sat down and watched a Nollywood movie before, but as we've established, like we've seen like clips and we've kind of got a gist of, and it probably is the bad representation, so we haven't seen the best of the best to make our perception over.
Yeah. What was your judgment of Nollywood films, as you're saying?
No, as you said, it's kind of like on the same level as Bollywood, like very bad camera quality. Production is like there's not much budget that gets pumped into them from what I've seen. Action, even like the sound of the vocals in the movies, and it's just not really my go-to genre of movies. If I'm honest.
No, understandable. Okay. So what did you think going into this? What did you think of the trailer though? You saw the trailer. What did you think
I thought it was interesting. I saw the trailer, I was like, I want to watch this. Yeah. Especially since, to me, my ignorance, I've never seen or known or heard of a Nollywood movie being on a platform like Amazon. Yeah. So I thought, I'm gonna support this. I'm gonna give it a watch. You get me? Like, and I didn't really go into it with any expectations of, this is gonna be really good or it's gonna be really bad. Yeah. I just wanted to see what it was.
Okay, you know what? As I'm looking at the names, let's just get into this. You walked into this first 15 minutes. What was your thoughts? How did you walk into this?
Yeah, like I didn't know what to expect. I just know I wanted to watch it and see what it was about.
And so,
so that was it. Yeah, so I didn't know if it was like at first I thought it was a Western, like an old school Western, like The Harder They Fall, because it had a very similar opening scene.
All right, I want to stop you there. Because I want to throw in another disclaimer.
Okay.
I feel like there's gonna be a few references that's gonna sound a little bit ignorant, but we generally don't know. Because what you're referring to, I think is actually a thing. I think it's a religious type thing.
Especially when I see it at the end.
Yeah. So
fully disclaimer.
Good looking up. Because when you said Western, I was like, hold on, wait a minute, dog. Wait a minute. We're gonna sound a little ignorant here, but bear with us. You hear me? We're just being honest to what we know and through our eyes, through our lenses and how we see it. Yeah. Continue, my good friend.
Okay, and then when I saw that it wasn't that, then my mind started going to like, okay, is this like another City of God type thing? And then I feel like it was probably more, the more I watched it, especially like where the time period of where the film starts off. Yeah. Where the characters are. So, okay, this could be like another City of God type thing. I was like, all right, cool. So I was enjoying a good portion of the film, but I don't want to give, how much can I say right now?
We don't want to say too much
I don't
details because it's fresh. Okay,
so from the first section of the film, it piqued my interest enough to want to continue to watch.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to go back to talking about some of the acting and the performances. First off, I want to talk about the main guy. I think his name is Toby Bakary, I think it is.
Okay.
He played Obule.
Yeah.
He was the main guy, main character. He was the little boy who ended up growing up, and he's basically who the story is. He's basically centered around.
Yeah.
I just want to start off with saying the acting in this, led by a man like Toby, was definitely the best acting I have ever seen
in a Nollywood movie.
Now, obviously from what I said previously about Nollywood films, that may seem like
Where's the bar?
Yeah,
where's the
it may
bar?
seem like where's the bar? So I'm gonna go one step further.
Oh, okay.
And say, Toby, especially, his acting in this was 7, 8 out of 10. I'm not gonna say 10-10 just yet, and I'm gonna get into why I'm not gonna say 10-10.
Yeah.
But yo.
No, there was emotion there.
Yo.
Like, you could look at man's eyes and feel like, okay, I'm not watching the movie.
Yo, hear what I'm saying. Yo, cause I feel like we're being a bit coy now. Let me get into my bag. You hear me? Let me get into the bag now. You see this film here, yeah? You see what you said about City of God?
Yeah.
This is the African City of God.
Yeah.
Yeah? This
100%.
is the African City of God. Now, I heard there's another film called Brotherhood that he's in.
Okay.
I haven't seen that. So I don't know how close that is to gang culture or whatever not. But you see this film here. This was the African City of God.
It was.
That's exactly what I thought when I was watching this. I was super impressed by this.
Okay.
I was super impressed by this. This caught me off guard. Like I said, I came into this having
expecting.
Yeah. Like I didn't know. Well, I did know what to think of Nollywood films. It just wasn't my bag.
Yeah.
So I came into this thinking, but yo, first 5-10 minutes of this, I admit the first scene kind of threw me off.
What, the very first?
The very first scene,
Okay.
I was like, this is gonna be one of them films. Like literally the first 2 minutes, the way it kind of went off was kind of how I know Nollywood films to be. And I was like, Okay. And then literally the scene after that, there was a bit of narration.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this is a bit different. And then they done like an angle. They panned an angle, the scenery. And I was like, hold on, wait, this ain't the normal Nollywood thing. This ain't the normal Nollywood flex. Because the cinematography in Nollywood films, let's be honest, it's like a filmed assembly.
There was definitely budget behind this movie.
Bro.
Like, they definitely had a budget.
You know what it was? I feel like, I don't want to take no credit, you hear me? And I know Dan wouldn't want to neither, but I feel like they almost heard our call. Yeah?
Okay.
I feel like they heard our call. After we watched Triple R, we was like, yo.
Triple H.
We was like, yo, Nollywood.
Yeah.
You need to take some notes. You need to take some notes.
Some people might be watching this, you know. Some
maybe some. I heard the writer, I think he's from Northwest, or he lives in Northwest. One of the two. Oh. Yeah.
You know, I would even go as far to say, like where the film starts off, like the time period where they're younger, and that's not a spoiler. I'd have ever imagined to think, but I think the kids' acting was good.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. In
the
beginning of the film, it starts off really good. Like it keeps you engaged and intrigued. Like the acting from the very beginning is different, bro. Yeah. It's like, yo, it's like, it literally is like a City of God type film. Like I was so taken back that this was a Nollywood film. Like I'm gonna keep drilling that. I was so taken back. Like I haven't seen enough Nollywood films to say this. Yeah. But this has to be a top 5 Nollywood film. It has to be. It has to be a top 3. Come on, it has to be a top 3. Like the cinematography on this was on point. Yeah. Storyline was on point. Yeah. Acting was on point.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm just gonna keep it 100 because it is watchitornottv. Like for me, the beginning was good. It was gripping. It had my attention. The middle, it threw, like when there was the time jump, bro. That kind of threw me, you know. I was.
Well, after the certain scene, and then it went to that.
Yeah. So that certain scene, banging, was like, oh, mad.
Yo, fight scenes were in this,
bro. Did you like them,
bro? I thought it was sick.
For real?
Yeah, I thought it was sick.
Nah, they were wild, bro. They were. That's the part I didn't like,
bro. It looked
not all the fight scenes.
You know what I liked about this?
Bro, where they start doing kung fu moves from?
Hold on, wait, not that fight scene. I'm talking about the one in the street.
Okay, all right,
the reckless one.
Okay, yeah, no, that's kind of a bit more like a football factory, slugfest, machetes.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was...
in the warehouse?
All right, so reason why this ain't 10-10 is because there was still
some questionable parts.
There was still a few blunders.
There was some questionable parts.
I'm going to boil that down to it's still a Nollywood film. Like, I still think there's a certain look and a certain thing that they do that is why it's still Nollywood production.
All right,
you get me?
So not that I've like...
It's the same thing man talk about with Triple R.
Yeah, but I was just about to say that. Now, I haven't equally, I haven't sat down and watched Bollywood movies, but I know what Bollywood movies are known for in terms of the bright colors, the over exaggeration, the dancing, the singing, and everything like that. Like, because I haven't, like, this is my first experience of watching a Nollywood movie. I didn't know if there was any certain specific characteristics that they're known for. So had I known that kind of fight style within a movie or the exaggeration of it, like, I would have mentally been able to give it a blight. Not knowing that and watching it and seeing the younger female or the smaller female take man's head and just wham wham, and it's like, where you getting all this strength from? But man done some jump flying kicks. The
funny thing is, that's the kind of Nollywood style I'm used to seeing and not liking, because it's normally just so over dramatic, so stupid. But in this film, they've managed to place it where it doesn't look so out there. Yeah. It's not so out there.
No, for me, it was kind of wild. I'm not that one in the warehouse, like when there was the three of them taking on a good couple of them. Yeah. Like that, for me, that was like, what's going on there?
No, there was a couple wild scenes. But all in all, though, like, this film, I feel like what little I know about the African culture, this was very authentic. It seems very authentic. It seems very real. A couple of points. Very confusing to follow the dialogue. Okay. They kept switching between. They English, do what like Bollywood films do, where they switch between languages. Yeah. So I think it's Yoruba. 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 Yeah. See, I just don't be getting it right.
And the worst thing is, we're black, you know. You know, there's a couple people looking at this like, you coconut motherfucker.
You know, couple men's this side-eyeing like, brother, though you have no African friends, bro.
And the worst thing is we do.
I know.
We got a lot.
I know, but
like, we got African fam. Yeah. But it's like,
yeah. But they kept switching between the two languages, which made it very hard to follow at times.
You know what?
You definitely had to have the subtitles on. Yeah. And
no, because
you watched this without subtitles. You couldn't have watched it without subtitles. It was clearly in other languages at times. Like most of it.
But then it switches into subtitles. Like the subtitles comes up when it's in
Did you not find the narration quite hard to keep up with as well? Sometimes I didn't always understand what they were saying.
Oh, for real? Yeah. When it was in English, I understood.
Okay, because it still had an accent, and I thought sometimes the accent was quite strong. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't understand. All right, you got what
you changed.
How am I racist? How am I? So you understand all Africans now? Yeah, you the African whisperer now. Yeah, what's going on here, bro? Yeah, you don't understand all languages. What the hell?
Oh, but it's the accent. It's not the language,
bro. But I don't understand all accents, bro.
I say no.
Like shit, man. Try and shoot me down. Yeah, I don't understand the accent. It was a bit strong for me. It was a bit strong. But other than that,
sound like a real Karen right now.
Allow it. The accent at times was a bit strong for me. The flip between English and the different language, Yoruba.
We could never do this if we were white. You know that, right?
I mean, we could. You just gotta be honest. You just gotta be honest. This is the realest.
You know what? This is an eye opener for. We need to learn more.
Yeah, no, and that's one thing this film did do. It did make me a lot more interested to want to check out the gang community, the gang culture, the political side, because that seems like it's a bit of a madness, because that played a strong part.
It's
in
so true. So that I see where you're coming from. So I guess in in Nigeria it probably is, or in Lagos it probably is a very big thing.
Well, I have heard it is. I've heard like being in politics is basically like a celebrity over there. You hear me? So a lot of people want to get into politics because it holds a lot of power, holds a lot of weight, and you see that in this film.
Here is my question though, throughout the whole film. Where's the police at any point? Like with all this crime, murder.
That's a good point.
Very, very loud, like very open street fights.
It does seem like one of those places that maybe police just don't be rolling through.
Yeah, it's true.
They don't be rolling.
I did like though, and I did like. When the woman goes at the beginning and she goes to what was his name now? the original main guy that was.
Oh, Nino.
The old no, not Nino. Before Nino took over.
Oh, where he goes to her for help.
Yeah, and she's like, "What, you went to the police?
Yeah, don't sit.
Go back to him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what made it. There was like a few authentic bits where I was like, look, I'll help. Oh, but you went there.
Go back to them and they'll help you.
Nah,
I like that.
Yeah. Nah, bro, I was impressed with this film, bro. This film, like, it's still, like I said, it still had a few down points. There was still some acting that was a bit mad. Oh, the mum scene at the funeral.
Yeah.
Bro, there was a lot of highlights in this that made me think. I'm going to be honest. This film done what Triple R done in terms of like, I'm invested in now. Yeah.
Gateway movie.
Yeah, this is a gateway movie to Nollywood now. If this is what's happening, if there's some hidden gems like this out there, then I'm all for it. Because I did not know about this before. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like there wasn't. Like, don't lie to me. Someone, like, get us in the comments and let us know if there's other films. I know there's Brotherhood, but I'm pretty sure.
I'll try that out.
I'm pretty sure that this is a top 3. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Do you know one thing I did like about it, though? It was very violent. It was very, very
That's
violent.
what you liked?
No, I did like it was very violent.
Right.
Because if you're in the
Like
slums,
violence.
the ghetto, and like gang culture, and it's like, you could just tell like everyone's just poor, and it's like, we're doing what we need to do in it. Like, there's no rules. Everything's like, anything will go.
They didn't hold back from the violence either. Or even showing certain things. Yeah. Like, because they done it in a good way where it was like, they would show it, but they won't show it. But they would show enough. Yeah. Where it was like, I know exactly what happened. Yeah, and then, you know what I do like as well? I know this is a bit mad. Go through. But I want to see the after effects. Like, show me what his face looks like afterwards. Like, don't just breeze past that and make her like, I'm happy. Yeah. And they did things like that. But away from the violence as well, going back to the storyline, I feel like they've done very good in sticking to the storyline. Like, it was a good running story, even in how certain people was reunited. You know, like him and the girl, swung back round. Things that I didn't really expect to see again.
One thing I liked about that whole segment, how the story concluded, that portion of the story, I didn't find it was bait. Like, the romance side of things. Yeah. I didn't think the conclusion was bait.
No, it was a bit obvious. No, not bad obvious. I mean, it was like, that's... Okay, that would sense. Be the result. It made sense I could see how that would happen.
That is realistic.
Yeah. That's what I mean in terms
of. There was a twist as well. There was a couple. There's like I counted at least maybe 2 twists, and they were both kind of towards the end as well. It was like, because of that, and then because of that, and then it circled right back to the beginning. Yeah. I appreciate that.
The main little twist that wasn't really a twist. I kind of knew it would kind of get there. I kind of had a feeling. Okay, I bet you any money that's this. The main thing that triggered everything else, like in the second half of the movie. Oh,
see, I
didn't see that.
I didn't see that coming because, like, I didn't think the antagonist was at the time that big of a character to have that big of an impact on the movie, as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like when that certain character was introduced, I didn't think like, that character is gonna have a big impact on everything moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just like on the same level as the other.
I would agree in terms of I felt like there wasn't enough character development with a lot of the characters. Like, a lot of people just kind of came back into play or came into play, and it was like you didn't really know where they came from or where they kind of stood in terms of you don't know enough about them to judge them. They just kind of they were just thrown in your way. So I get what you were saying in terms of that.
When there was the time jump, did you know who everyone was straight away? Because I was a bit confused.
I knew who Panna was. I knew who...
See, Panna was the one I didn't know who. I thought Panna was the main one at first.
I thought the girl was the girl.
Yeah.
No, but she wasn't.
Was she?
No. The girl that was with them...
Yeah, but there was like 3 of them rolling.
I know, but the girl that... that wasn't the girl from... You hear me?
Nah, man, there was 2 bait females in there.
Yeah, I know.
One and then the other one, the more gangster one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew who the gangster one was.
That wasn't the one.
Surely it was.
It wasn't.
So who is she?
That's what I'm saying. She was just thrown in, bro.
No. No, it's not. No,
it was, because why do you think that what we just spoke about, it obviously making sense?
No, I'm not. No, that is the same. There's 2 of them. the two main females are the same two females from when they were younger.
Oh, I was only talking about one.
No, either way, they're both still the same.
I was only talking about the one. I was only talking about the one
that grew up.
Yeah, but I do feel like there wasn't really enough character development for
there was a lot of rushed. There was a lot. There was some not a lot. There was some moment. There was a few moments where I remember at the time. I can't think of him right now, but I remember at the time watching him, feeling like, yeah, this kind of just got moved along very quickly. Like, you know what I mean? I can't talk about it because we're trying to do it a lot less spoilery, right?
Yeah.
But I do feel,
See, I wouldn't say it was rushed because it was actually quite long as well. Like, and the only thing I would say, if they did add that character development, it would have been way too long. Which is what like Bollywood films do, which we always complain about and wonder why it's always 3.5 hours. But it's because they do like a long story of building this person up and blah, 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 which I would have liked from this film, but it would have been a bit too long. But then maybe if they just took out some scenes, because there was some scenes that was probably, that could have been cut a little bit. But what didn't you like about this film?
As I said, the middle. I didn't like the middle. I wasn't
like the middle.
When the that crazy like wild fight scene started happening. But then again, as I said, I didn't know that was the style of movie, so allow me for that. I said at times I thought it was a little bit rushed in terms of progressing the story, but as mentioned, it was already 2 hours, but they could have swapped and changed a couple of things to explain things a bit more. Like, i.e., like when my man was a child and he's like, okay, I'm gonna actually. It's so hard to say without spoiling.
It is.
It's hard, man.
It is, but it's too new. It's too fresh for us, and I don't think enough people know about it.
Because I finished watching it today.
Okay, so it's still fresh in your head.
Very, very fresh.
Yeah, I feel like it's still gonna be too fresh for us to just spoil it. Want people to have time and have their own opinion if they're gonna go and check it out. Who was your favorite character?
I think Nino,
Okay.
Yeah, I think Nino.
He's only in it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, but he was the cool guy, man. Nino was cool, bro.
He was.
He was gangster, but cool, caring, but would kill a man for no reason. Like, Nino was kind of cool.
Nah, he was.
Brother still. Who's yours?
Has to be the main character, man. Has to be the main character. I thought, you know what I really liked about him? Again, I'm going to go on about the acting that I've noticed previously with Nollywood just being so over-exaggerated and just overdone. He was just so kind of just cool. Like, he kept it steady. When he needed to wild out, he wilded out. But for the most part, he just...
level-headed.
Yeah, and his acting was just... It just was on point. Like, I felt like it was on point, like all the time.
Almost effortless.
Yeah. I felt when there was emotion needed to be felt, like he made the film feel very authentic into whatever moods it needed to feel. Like, because I still felt like a lot of the other actors were a little bit over exaggerated, and there were some scenes that was a bit, you get me? I did like, is his name Kazim? Yeah. Kazim, I did like him.
Yeah. I think he was a very believable character. He was very believable.
He was a good antagonist. Yeah. He was very good. He was good. Favorite bit of the film?
Favorite bit of the film. Yeah, I can't say that.
Like a favorite scene, because I'll say like the scene in the street, like the fight scene. Like, I think that's where the film where I sat up and I was like, oh, okay. You hear me? That's why I was like that. That was like some gangs in New York shit. Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah.
And then from there, it was like, I was invested.
You know, I would probably have to say the same. As much as I didn't like certain fight scenes, but when it was more raw and less choreographed, because I think that's what I really didn't like about it. It was some fight scenes were way too produced.
Yeah.
Like, where did you learn to do that move and why did you never do it again?
But I wasn't mad at it because I've seen it look so clumsy in Nollywood before, where I was like, okay, at least we got a choreographer now. You hear me? At least there's a little bit of structure.
It's like man was doing free running. Is it free? Yeah, free jumping or whatever it's called, brother.
I mean, sometimes you have a free jump, run, spin, and kick.
Nah, bro. Yeah, that's literally what was happening, brother. It's like, where did you learn this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you have to do that.
And it's like, one thing I did think though, there would have been a lot more guns in the film, like a lot more straps. But then
I
again,
feel like that's what made it kind of...
Everyone was kind of poor.
Yeah, and so where you was, it was like you're just grabbing a pole, a plank of wood,
a bit of the table,
a flipping shovel.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. You're just grabbing it. This... I was impressed, man. I'm impressed. Nollywood. You might have got one here, man. You might have got one here. On that note, let's get into a watch it or not. Well, let me get into my watch it. For me, this is a definite watch it. A definite watch it. I was super impressed by this film. The story was 10-10 for me. The story was 10-10. How it developed, I wouldn't necessarily say it was 10-10. There was still a few flaws. But all in all, for what it was and where it got to and how it started, 10-10. Acting was on point. Cinematography on point. Like, this was the best Nollywood film I've ever seen. And I haven't seen a lot. I've seen about 5. Yeah, I've seen about 5.
Yeah.
But this is miles ahead. This is fucking Marvel. This is Nollywood Marvel, bro. This is Nollywood Marvel in comparison to the Nollywood films I have seen, bro.
Okay.
But I need to know if there's more like this. Don't just tell me there's Brotherhood. I need to know there's more.
It was very gangster.
If there's more, then cool. If there's not, then I'm saying it. This is Nollywood's Triple R.
Okay.
This is that. Like, this slapped for me. I enjoyed this. And I think I enjoyed it more because I really didn't expect it. Didn't expect it.
Before I give my opinion, let me ask you this, because I asked myself the same question, because it's where I was mentally making the connection to. Where would you put this against City of God? Or how would you stack this up against City of God? Because that's the only film that I can kind of compare it to in terms of being in the slums, the hood, from kids growing up.
City of God's a fucking classic, bro.
I know, that's what I'm asking.
Like, that's like up there.
I know.
Lil Z. Like,
I know.
Nah, it's like, what did you ask me?
It's like, how would you stack this up against City of God?
I mean, like, it's one of City of God's sons, isn't it? Like, what are we doing here?
I think a bit more like a nephew, but I don't know about son.
We're talking like, yeah, but I mean, like, you're just gonna, yeah,
you had
like,
City of God in this book. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
this is in my footsteps. You hear me? It's like, yeah. Come on, man. We can't compare the two. What are we doing here?
I'm just saying it's a similar genre.
We can't compare the
similar storyline.
But it can get the grace of this is like a City of God's style film, but from this narrative. And yeah, I will definitely give it that. Like, this is a watch it, man. You know what? I'm taken by surprise. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you know how ignorant I came into watching this film, like,
imagine sit down.
Yeah, literally. And then the first scene, I was like, yeah, here we go. Same old bullshit. Same old Nollywood bullshit. You hear me? Trust me, I was not on it. You hear me? But this film, I was impressed. I don't even know if people's gonna think it was as good as I did. But I feel like they would. If you go into this thinking what you thought of Nollywood films, like on my level, you're gonna love this film. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
Yeah?
Fair enough,
That's what I'm saying. I'm standing on it.
Fair enough. All right, so for me, I'll get to the point. It was a watch it. It's definitely not the City of God, but it's a as you said, a son of City of God. Like, it stems from that. It's part of that same branch.
Yeah.
It's part of the same
They've
branch.
done a very good job in doing their own interpretation of that.
I thought, like, seeing the corruption side of Nigeria, of Lagos.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
I heard there's been a little bit of backlash about that.
Oh.
I don't know if it's because, and that's what I'm saying, it made me more intrigued to want to find out more, because I don't know if it's more about the fact that people just, like, you don't want that kind of narrative out there, that that's how things are over here. And even in terms of, like, I heard something about, the scene that you was talking about, and I don't know what they're called, but they're dressed in white and they wear that hat. Like, even with that, them holding a gun, that's what makes you think, okay, that's kind of a religious thing right there. People in the comments, if you can explain to us, if you watch the film, the scene at the beginning, there's someone in all white, like it's like an all white.
Yeah, but
what do you call it?
Like, at first I thought it was like a Mardi Gras thing. Like, festival. Well, then I thought maybe it's someone's funeral or
Yeah.
what.
And there's
I
like a
don't know.
sombrero type hat.
Exactly.
You know me? It's
Exactly. But I didn't know what. I didn't know what.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We
So
sound like
people
the
in the
biggest
comments.
coconuts
No,
right
but
now.
stop calling us that.
I'm
bro.
just saying what we sound.
No, we
Being
ain't.
honest.
Yeah, we learning.
Ignorant.
Yeah, we learning. No, but I like this. You know why? Because the same thing, and I keep going back to it. But with the Bollywood and the Tollywood, like we can learn something in the comments.
Each one
yeah,
teach one.
yeah.
Each one
So
teach one.
teach us something. There's some things that we don't know that we might have sounded ignorant about. Let us know in the comments so we can learn something.
Please.
Yeah? All right. So next time, by the time man do Brotherhood or another Nollywood film,
Yeah.
man's going to know the goings-ons and the goings-ons.
Say no.
Yeah, me.
But yeah, man. No, I think it was a watch it. It was violent. It wasn't unnecessarily violent as well. I feel like the violence
It
had
made
its
sense.
place.
Yeah, it made sense.
I feel like it had its place. Even the romance side of things, it wasn't your bait statistical. There's just a romance scene for this, just the sake of there's a romance scene. It kind of made sense to me. I felt
You keep saying romance. I didn't even feel like there was, but
well. This is what I'm saying. It's not your
Yeah,
bait. It's not your bait.
yeah.
Average.
Nah.
We're just gonna fall in love and live happily ever after.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I did like that. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm finished. You know when he was walking into the butcher bit.
Oh, I'm about to say, what, podcast done?
No. Oh
yeah.
That gave me joke. Like,
I know you're talking
that's
about.
what I'm saying. Even like the mannerisms and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that's like
yeah.
what made me say it's like it's quite authentic to what little I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
about the African culture. Like when I've seen like the older men and how they carry on and certain words and lingo that they use, a lot of it's portrayed in this.
I'm not gonna lie though, yeah. I don't care what status someone is or how much respect I have for them. I'm not getting on the floor every time that someone.
It's so interesting because again with the interview,
I need to know if that's
that
actually
was
a
what.
thing.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like how you greet your
Belly
elders.
down?
Yeah, you do a press up or something like that. It's like some kind of press up. Like it's a.
That's wild.
I mean, learn something. Yeah,
Alright,
man.
you know,
teach
it's-
us in the
you know, it's
culture.
so
learn
true.
something.
Let me not judge another
Bounty.
culture.
Bounty.
But no, it was a watch it for me, man. Like it's interesting. I feel like this is the closest I've seen to City of God in a while. So yeah, man, go check it out. It's a watch it for me.
Yeah, man. This was good stuff, man.
It was.
It's on Amazon Prime. If you're looking for it, you can't miss it. Yellow background. Yeah, man. They done their thing in this. They done their thing, man. Shout out to everyone involved. I'd love to find out some more. And you heard it here. I will be checking out more Nollywood films in the future. Yes, you got me. You got me. All right. Time is moving on, so we're not gonna do a question or not or a scene or not.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let that slide. But next time you're on, we'll get busy with that.
Then
Recommendations though. What you got? This is where recommendation. This is where you recommend a film, a TV series, or anything that you've been watching. Recommend it for the people them to watch.
what have I been watching recently? You know what? It's hard for me to say, but I will say I am gonna go see Guardians tomorrow. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I heard that's a very emotional.
Yeah,
film.
you're the first person I've heard say
it's-
emotional.
I've heard it's the best Marvel movie since Endgame.
Wow.
That is what I've heard from a very, very reliable source.
Okay.
So I'm quite excited to see that. If I'm honest with you, only just because of what I've heard about.
I mean, hold on, wait. By the time that comes out, people have seen that, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna need a better
it.
recommendation.
Oh, mad. Damn, put me on the spot now.
What you been watching, man? You don't watch now?
What have I been watching? You know what? My mind's gone blank, bro. I'll be honest with you.
All right, I'll say Dead Ringer. It's another one on Amazon Prime. It's about these twin doctors that they're like the people that deliver babies.
Okay. Yeah,
Thank you, midwives.
Okay.
I'm asking, you know what you didn't know? You clearly
Like,
didn't know.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
it's so weird, it's so bad and terrible. But the first thing that came to my head, word association, was abortion. I don't know why.
Oh.
I don't know why. But it's like I wasn't gonna say that out loud.
Damn,
Like, you know the complete opposite.
Innit?
It's like, oh
Yeah,
God.
that was wild.
I know.
Yeah, so it's about these two doctors. They're big in their profession. They come up with this new study that I don't want to give away too much, but all I'm gonna say is this is graphic. Okay. Like, this is mad graphic. Like, within the first episode, you're seeing like women giving birth, getting cut open, embryos dropping out, abortions. Like, it's crazy graphic, but it's actually all right. And you see that same little squint face you just did there? Yeah. It's the same reason why they need to be showing these things on TV, because I feel like it happens, it's natural. I feel like that's what they're trying to do. Like, not necessarily normalize these things, but normalize it. It's like, yo, this happens.
In a real life.
Don't squint up your face. Like, this is what's been going on in the goings on. It's actually quite good. It looks like it could be a true story or loosely based on a true story, but it's not, because it's way too wild and out there. It's just that the concept of it is all right. I'm only like 4 episodes in, so let me not hail it up too much, because I don't really know. But yeah, that's what I'm watching at the moment, Dead Ringer. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to save it, because I'm going to watch a few more episodes. But I do have another recommendation, but I'm going to leave it just there.
Say no.
Still haven't thought of one, no?
No, I can't think of it.
All right, fair enough.
I did start Attack on Titan again, but that's about it.
What do you mean again? You stopped for a while?
No, because it's
okay,
done, okay, I'm up to date. Gotta wait for it to come out again.
Attack on Titans, boy.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Some
of the best things you'll ever see if you ain't ever seen it.
Ever.
You know, I don't even care if it's old. That's my recommendation. Attack on Titan. And you know what? I'll hold my hand up, because I remember cussing you, man, about it. Mm-hmm. I remember cussing you and Dan. Mm-hmm. Like, what is the big deal? I don't understand it, but it's because I wasn't paying attention to it. No, I wasn't paying attention to it. But you see, when I started paying attention, ooh, boy, I tell you.
Suki.
Yeah, wow. I'm telling you.
Do you have anything you want to announce, get off your chest? Have you got anything coming up that people should look out for?
No, man, just follow ESC Intensity on Instagram. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say for now. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. So, yeah, man, get involved.
Good stuff. Look out for some cine clubs, people. We're going to be doing a lot of those. Obviously, by the time you see this, we would have done Guardians of the Galaxy. I believe the one after that is either Fast 10 or Little Mermaid. One of the two. I can't remember which one comes out first.
I'm really not looking forward to Fast 10.
Come on, it's the last one, man.
It better be.
It's the last one.
It better be.
Let's all bound up together. And,
bro.
You hear me?
Nah, bro.
Come on, you gotta watch it, man.
When did that first one come out?
When did that first one come out?
They drove to space.
The first one must be like early 2000.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but see, you know, the beginning stages, cool.
But that's why you gotta watch the last one.
Up to when they went to, what was the first one with The Rock in it? When they went to Rio, right?
Fast 5. That was the last good one.
When they went to Rio.
Yeah.
Up to then, I was cool. After that, bro, like, what are you doing now, man? Then he just turned corny and just...
They realized they could bank.
Oh, bro.
You hear me? But anyway, people, that's what we're going to be doing next. I think it's either that or Little Mermaid. Look out for another movie party. We should be doing one in the summer. That should be fun. Mm-hmm. I believe that's it. Oh, we're going to be starting some lives. Make sure you look out for some lives. We're going to be on Insta and YouTube. So make sure you look out for that. It's going to be starting that real. Actually, by the time you see this, we would have started. Because definitely starting in the next week or two. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled on that and look out for that. And I believe that's about it. People, as you already know, you're at home, or you know what, you've heard of a certain film and you see us review it. Make sure you check out Watch It or Not TV for the best movie and TV review show that your stepmom introduced her new son to.
Yeah, it be like that.